Hi you guys, welcome back to Pilates by Eden. Today we're going to be doing an all level 30-minute class with Brianna here to help demonstrate. And we're going to use the wall. So we have our basic mat just placed up against the wall. And we do have a block, but those of you that don't have a block at home, you can just use a big book, just something that your foot will fit comfortably on. So we're going to start standing up against the wall. And you're going to anchor your feet directly underneath your hips. And the closer you are to the wall, the harder your roll down is going to be. So just pause for a moment, let your arms dangle down by your side, press the back of your head into the wall, and just find a nice big breath in. And exhale, just settle down into the floor. And see if you can anchor your weight equally throughout the whole width of the foot, and just continue to breathe here a few more times. Coming into your body. And one more big breath. So we're going to start by nodding the chin. Just look down the front of your body. Feel the abdominals drawing in and up. Your arms are going to dangle from the shoulder line. You're going to start to roll down towards the floor. So depending on how close you are to the wall, your booty might push you off, but that's where you need to pause, take an extra breath, drive the belly up as you slowly work your way down. And if you need to step a little bit away from the wall, that's okay too. Nodding the chin, take a breath in at the bottom. And as you exhale, really drive the belly and ribs up to the ceiling as you retract the spine onto the wall and slowly work your way back up. We'll do 2 more roll downs just like that. So working our breath and finding as much flexion through the back as possible. Nodding the chin. Exhaling, draw the belly in and up. A little dangle. A breath at the bottom. And an exhale to roll you back up. Nice breath, attach head to wall, and exhale one more time. Slowly working her way down, feeling space in between each little vertebra, pausing at the bottom, and an exhale to roll gently back up. Great job. So we're here to think a little bit about our cervical spine, just thinking about the neck. Keeping the head on the wall, we're going to drag the head down towards the right shoulder. And up and over to find the other side. One more of each. And last one. Up nice and tall. This time thinking about the right ear coming towards the wall as the chin goes towards the shoulder. We're going to keep using the wall as the guide as we find the other side. One more of each. This time as you look right, try not to press by bringing the chin down. Keep it up so that you're long through the neck. And last one. And center. Here we're going to flip the palms forward so that we feel that nice open chest. You're going to feel the scapulas pressing into the wall. We're going to inhale as the arms slide on the wall, inhaling up and exhaling down. Keeping the palms facing out. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. And an exhale. Last one. And your exhale. Great. So we're going to step away from the wall. We're going to turn sideways and we're going to come onto the wall with just the right hand for a lateral flex. So left arm is going to float up towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the right arm as we reach over towards the wall. Inhale back up. So pretend as if you're in between 2 planes of glass. As you exhale, we're not folding forward or backward. And the last one, we're gonna hold that lateral flexion. Left arm's gonna drape down in front of the face as it scoops up and over. 2 more. And last one. And let that arm rest down as you come tall. We'll turn around just to do the other side. Left hand comes onto the wall, right arm floats. Exhale over. Breathing tall, exhale again. Last one, we're going to find that mobility through the shoulder as the arm drops, reaches up and over. Get a little longer each time, 2. And last one. And all the way up. So we're going to take our block or our book and bring it up against the wall. We're going to use this for a calf stretch. So you're going to bring your toes on, and you're going to line up that opposite foot, heels down on the floor. We're going to bend into the right foot as we press the left heel down. So we're focusing on this calf currently. And depending on how long your lunge is dependent on how deep your stretch is. So if you need a little bit more of a stretch, you'll step back. From there, to get into the other calf, we're going to straighten the right leg and bend the left, drawing the booty down towards that left heel. And get it into the shin here, into the ankle. And then she's going to switch to the first position again. Bending the right, straighten through the left to push. And on her exhale, finding the other stretch. Booty draws down, leg straightens in the front, bends in the back. She'll come up nice and tall, and we'll switch sides. Gonna bend the left, pressing the right heel down. And lengthen to bend. Get some hamstring there too. And switch. I'm sure a lot of you are doing lots of walking, so this is a great exercise to do before or after you take your walks. And last one. Great job. She's going to come up nice and tall and come to a gentle march facing the wall. So here we're just warming up the legs a little bit. Walk in place and keep your breath connected. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to move into some wall push-ups. Wall push-ups are great. So she's going to keep her parallel foot, and depending on how much work you want to do is the distance from the wall. So you can make adjustments however you need. But we're going to bring our hands onto the wall nice and flat. So you can feel it from palm to fingertips all pressing into the wall. And as we bend the elbows, we want the elbows to track back towards our body and not nice and wide. So they're nice and narrow. Think about that plank feeling. So you're long from head to heel. And each time you press off the wall, you can feel the belly drawing back to help support the movement so that there's no caving through the low back. Keep this all nice and flat as you move. And these are the type of things that start out fairly easy, but then they add up. So just keep working your standing push-up. The heels might lift as you bend the arms, that's okay. And on her next push-up, she's going to press the palms off the wall and come to the fingertips. Gradually find the fingertips, and then rolling back onto the wall as she bends the elbows. Exhale to press, and inhale to bend. Good, and so as far as alignment goes, we don't want the hands higher than the shoulder line. So make sure that your hands are in alignment with your shoulders. Yeah. And then on the next one, you're gonna push completely off the wall, and your arms are gonna track back by your sides. Bring them up to catch. And just keep working that gentle pattern. For those of you that have shoulder issues, this is a really great way to get stronger in your shoulders. Do a few of these each day, a couple minutes. And we'll do a few more. Good. The last part, we're going to add a look to the right as we catch. Press off. Look to the left. 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to catch center. We're going to hold it close to the wall, and we're going to do little presses, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, press all the way off. Great. Right there, we're going to do a few little wrist rolls there just to make sure that we're feeling mobile through the wrist. Go both directions. And we'll shake those arms out. Good, so you can always do that wall exercise for a little bit longer if you feel like you need a little bit more or a little bit less. Just adapt it to whatever you might need. So we're gonna go into some booty work on our blocks. We're gonna take our block and bring it about a foot or 2 away from the wall. You can always adjust it. And we're gonna bring our right foot on, and we're gonna anchor on the wall with our right hand. We're gonna stand up on the block, and that left toe is just pointing down at the floor. From here, we're gonna bring the weight into the right foot, let the left one float, and we're just gonna kick it gently forward and backward. So in this, we don't want it to feel like an exercise, we want it to feel like a really open release hit. So you're just trying to open up through there and have less control of it. And those of you that want to add a challenge, you can always take your hand off the wall and use your balance. And we're going to bring that movement to a still. We're going to tabletop that left leg and then let it draw back down to the floor. Now, as we're tabletopping that left leg, we don't want the hip to hike up. So keep your hips nice and level and tabletop and return down. The next time we lower the leg, we're going to add a gentle kick back. Feel the booty kick on, heel draws back. Leg comes center, tabletop breath in. Exhale, lengthen and press it back. Those of you that want to work your balance, feel free to take your hands off the wall. But it's always there if you need it. And press. Here's 4. 3, stay pressed out of the right hip socket so you're not sinking down. 2. Last one, we're going to hold that leg back there. Yes, and little pulses through the heel for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center and gently step down. So we're going to stay on this side for the side leg lift as well. So just give yourself a little break and then step right back up onto your block or book. This time, make sure the left foot's in alignment with the right, and it's just going to gently come out to the side. And we only want to go as far as we can keep that nice tall feeling. So if you feel the need to lean towards the wall, you've gone a little too far. And if you need to have a soft bend of that right knee to make it comfortable for you, you can. You can also adjust the way the foot goes. If you need to externally rotate the foot a little bit to make it more comfortable, you can. That's 6. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it. Oh, get nice and tall and pulse it out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! You're gonna feel that more in the standing leg than the other leg. So let's turn around and do the other side. So left foot on, we're gonna come up nice and tall, and we're just gonna let that right leg dangle forward and backward. Find a couple breaths and just imagine those muscles releasing through the socket. And then bringing that movement to a still and finding a gentle tabletop without hiking the hip, and lower back to straight. Finding balance if it's available, and adding our kick back with the heel. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, we're going to hold that press back and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower to rest, shake those hips out, and we'll come right back up for our lateral press. Lining up the right foot with the left, exhale as you press out. Again, whatever you can do to stay nice and tall, that's as far as you will press out. Pelvis is nice and neutral. You can feel the length through the crown of your head. And 6, 4, 3, 2, last one, press it out to hold, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, and step down. Pat it out. We can push our block to the side for now. And we're going to use the ball or the wall for a stretch. So she's going to bring her hands on, walk her booty back, basically in a downward dogish stretch. And you can bend the knees, you can straighten the legs, whatever feels good. Just want to press into the wall and get a nice stretch, drawing those hips away from the wall. And she's going to walk herself slowly back to the wall to come up nice and tall. Good, so we're gonna come down to the mat now, and it's gonna be awkward. You're gonna try to get your booty all the way up against the wall. So wiggle on down there, and we're gonna get your legs to shoot up the wall. So if any of you guys have been having a lot of back pain, this is a great position, even just to lie down in when you wake up or before you go to bed, with the legs extended up the wall and your back nice and flat. Some of you might not get this close to the wall, and that's okay too. And depending on your hip and your flexibility, when we move into this figure 4 stretch, you might need to back up a little bit. So she's gonna take her right ankle over her left knee, and then she's gonna start to bring the left foot down the wall a little bit, and that's gonna push her into a stretch. Good. And if your booty comes off the mat a little bit, that's okay, but it's more about where you feel the stretch. So just get into a position that feels good. And if you want to increase the stretch, she's going to take her right hand and push this right knee away, and it's going to get a lot deeper. And she's going to breathe into it. Every exhale, just trying to melt those tight muscles. I love this stretch. Another big breath in Good. And from there, she's going to stay in this position. She's going to take this right foot towards the left side and kind of get a little rotation. Exactly. Just get a little rotation stretch, getting a little wider here. And she's going to use her exhale to bring it back to center. And then we're going to switch sides. She's going to shoot that leg up the wall. Left leg over right. And sliding the right leg down the wall. You can always push the left knee out to increase it. And as it gets tighter or as it begins to release, you can always increase the stretch. Using your breath is really going to help get that area to release. And hold for at least 30 seconds. One more exhale. And then she's going to gently find that rotation towards the right. And all the way back center. So here she's going to bring her legs all the way, actually she's going to push her feet into the wall a little bit so that she can push herself back a tad. And then we want to find a perfect tabletop. So we have the heels aligned with the back of the knee, knees are resting right over the hips, and then arms are pressed down into the floor. Now, if for some reason this doesn't work for you, if your wall's slippery or your feet don't feel comfortable, you can always do this bridge set on the floor. So make sure you do what's best for you. She's going to press her arms into the mat, tuck her tail, and slowly roll up into a bridge. Now you're going to notice the feet are pressing into the wall. They're nice and flat. Some of your heels might lift. That's okay too. Inhaling at the top. And exhale, she wants to slowly articulate back down, one little vertebra at a time. Pausing at the bottom, a nice flat neutral spine, and exhale as you tuck, tuck, tuck. Peeling one vertebra at a time up. Make sure your chest is nice and open. You can feel the shoulders on the wall, on the floor, and a slow roll down. Last one, tuck that tail and slowly roll it up. Pause at the top, and a slow roll down. Really great. This last one we're going to hold. Finding the bridge. And she's going to go into a gentle march. So she's going to bring one foot off the wall. Once again, do what's comfortable for you and alternate side to side. Trying to keep the hips from moving. And 4, 3, 2, last one, back to the wall, lift up, take a big breath. We're gonna hold it. Here she's gonna find that tabletop one more time with the right leg. She's gonna extend the leg to the ceiling nice and straight. She's gonna bring it down towards her chin as far as it can go, that's comfortable, and then kick it back to the wall, keep it nice and straight. Hips stay lifted, and lower lift for 6. 5. And 4. 3. 2, and last one. Find that tabletop, onto the wall, press up, breathe in, and the left side comes off to extend, draw it back towards you, lengthen towards the wall, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, bring it to the wall after the tabletop, lift up, and a slow roll down. Great job. Just gonna bring our knees into our chest, take a little break, and we'll do one more set there. So once again, you can do this on the floor, no problem. You could also use a block or two books, put your feet on there. There's lots of options, please modify for yourself. So bring our feet back onto the wall, lower those heels just a little bit, and we'll tuck and roll back up into our bridge. So to get a little more length through the spine, we're gonna work with our breath. She's gonna inhale to reach the arms overhead to rest on the floor, and exhale to roll down. So every time she inhales, she's going to move those arms. Exhale, she's going to move the spine. Inhale to work the arms. Exhale, roll it down, getting a little longer from head to tail. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. In this bridge here, we're going to pause to hold. Nice. And I want to see if she can bring her heels off of the wall and just bring all her weight into the toes. And then lowering the heels. And again. Into the ankle, long from knee to toe. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Excellent. Last one, hold that high toe. Keep pressing into the wall. Hips are nice and lifted. Breathe in. Reach those arms overhead. Lower the heels first. And then exhale to roll all the way down. Great job. So we're going to roll over into a quadruped position, and our feet will be facing the wall. You're leaving? Aww. So if you need to roll up the bottom of your mat to give yourself some more cushion through the knees, you certainly can. You can also grab a pillow, whatever works for you. You're going to extend one leg back behind you onto the wall with your foot nice and flat. And then you're going to press yourself out so that leg can be straight. So you want your foot flat and aligned, nice and straight. And you can see that heel is lined up with her booty and the hips are level. Ribs and belly drawing up. And this left knee got to be right underneath that hip. Let's back it up a little bit. There you go. She's going to take a nice breath, and she's just going to start to apply pressure into the wall with her right foot. She's going to start to push it to the wall as if she's going to push right through it. And once she applies that pressure, she's going to feel those muscles starting to work, and we're going to float the opposite arm out in front. And we're just going to keep pushing into that wall. Keep pushing, pushing like crazy for 10, 9, 8, 7, push, 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 6, 5, keep putting pressure, 4, 3, push a little more, and rest down. You can bring the knee back to the floor and take a quick child's pose before we do the other side. And if you're just watching this and you haven't tried it, you'll be surprised how hard it is. All the way back up to do the other side. Left leg presses into the wall, heels align with the booty, hips are level. Nice breath, and then you'll start to exhale and push, 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 push into the wall. And push. I can see her muscles here in the calf working. When she's ready, floating the opposite arm without the shoulder coming into the ear. Beautiful. And push. 10, 9, 8. Good. Trying not to lock out that opposite elbow, but keep pushing. Belly and ribs are drawing up. That's 6, 5. Push a little more for 4, 3, 2, and rest down. Take another child's pose. Good job. You can widen your knees if you need to. Get a little deep. And from there, we're going to take our block or our book and bring it right to the center of our mat. Our hands are going to be on the other side, and we're going to go for a plank. So for you, on the other side, outside of the block though, yeah. And so for you guys there at home, you can do your plank of choice. It could be on your hands, your knees, your toes, or your forearms. It's up to you. Just modify whatever you need to do. So she's going to come to her plank of choice, which is hands and toes. And she's just going to start to look down at her block there, but keep that long line from head to heel. Soft elbows. And when she's ready, she's going to take her right hand to tap her block, and she's going to alternate. And as she moves here, she's trying not to let the hips shift side to side. If you're in a forearm plank, you can just hold. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one, holding that plank for 10. If you feel yourself sinking, just lift up out of the floor, press it away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a gentle pike of the hips as you draw the heels to the floor, and a downward dog stretch. Drawing your chest towards your legs, get nice and long, whatever feels good for you. And then she's going to gradually bring her knees back to the mat and work her way onto her belly. So your legs are a little wider than parallel, so about the width of your mat, and your arms are going to come out to that goalpost or cactus pose, exactly. Your forehead's just looking down, but you're floating off the floor. Just going to take a breath in, and as she exhales, just melt all her muscles down into the floor to begin. And on the next inhale, she's going to find a little extension. So you can either leave your forearms and palms down on the floor to press up, or you can float the arms with you if you're more advanced. As you inhale, and exhale to lower down. So try to keep your chin fairly attached to your chest so that you're not extending too much through the neck. Let it come from the back and not the neck. Good. Excellent, and we're going to bring those legs with us on the next few. Trying to get the thigh off of the floor, leg is getting longer as you rise up. Two more. Last one, we're going to press to hold. We want these to be really teeny tiny micro moves. So she's going to come down like a ½ an inch and come right back up for 8. Yes. 7. Nice and slow. 6. Keep that low back open for 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Press and lower to rest. So she's going to take this block into her hands this time, and we're actually going to take the block behind the back. She's going to pass it to the other hand and then bring it back up over the front towards your head. Yes. So lift a little bit off so you have a little extension, and she's going to pass the block behind and reach it forward. Now, some of you might be comfortable with your legs down. Some of you might want to float them off of the floor. It's up to you. Reaching and back. Really good to get the shoulders open, the chest is open. And then she's going to reverse the direction to go the other way. And pass, keep that chest open and reach. Good. And if some of you it's not available to pass the block to yourself, no problem. Just do the opens and closes in this extended position. Here's 3. And 2, and last one. Coming center and rest down. Nice job. So we're going to work ourselves up to seated, and we're going to be seated with our booty against the wall and our back nice and flat. Our legs are extending long. And for some of you, this position might be hard just to sit here nice and tall, but move your booty out of the way. Make sure you can feel your bones on the floor and your back is pressed into the wall as well as the back of your head. Nice breath. And as you exhale, we're going to nod the chin, look down the front of the body, draw the belly in and up, and continue to roll slowly down. Just until you feel the low back coming away from the wall, and then draw the belly back and re-stack your spine up the wall. So it's a nice guide. Feel yourself getting taller. Exhale to roll it down. Inhale up. And last one. Arms are going to float up. We're going to come to the wall for a breath in. And as we exhale, arms reach for those toes. Draw the belly back for spine. Stretch forward. And same restack of the spine all the way up the wall. Nice job. We're going to draw our feet into a butterfly position. So the bottom of the feet come together, knees open out. And then we're keeping the back nice and flat as if we're on the wall here. We're going to hinge gently forward over those hips. Inhale as you come up tall. Exhale, flat back hinge. And one more. And all the way back up. Good. Let's find a rotation, extending the left leg long, right leg clicks over, and we're going to rotate. And use the wall as a guide to get a little taller. Drop the shoulders down. There you go. Woo. Unwinding, and we'll find the other side. All the way back center. And then we're going to work ourselves up to standing. You can use the wall or you can use your hands to get up nice and safe. And we are all done. Thank you guys for joining me, and hope you're all healthy and happy.